I am having a good fine. You can keep your, or if you decide to take it off, that's perfectly fine. We'll be doing most of our communication through the chat. So you'll find that in the bottom right of your screen,
Okay, cool. Thanks.
like lines, and feel free to introduce yourself there, place your questions in there. Um, Anything that comes up for you, we'll go through the Q&A at the end with Teresa, allowing her to go through the entirety of the presentation and just taking note. I'll be there to answer any questions I can and share links and helpful resources with you as we go, excuse me. And we'll get started here in the next probably 5 or more minutes, give people a chance to grab whatever they need and sit down to join us. But in the meantime, thank you so much for coming. And this is another Novo community event and part of our subject matter experts program. And we're here with Teresa Sivak, one of our marketing experts, and really excited to hear what you have to share today. I know I'll be taking notes, so y'all be sure to take your own. And again, share any that you'd like in the chat as we go. And I have to ask Teresa, how's your day going?
Hello, hello.
Hey there.
My day is going well. How about yourself? How's everyone doing today?
I think folks are on mute, but
Oh, they are on mute. Okay, no worries, no worries.
you. And then, oh yeah, a little house. Are you set as a host there, Teresa? You may go ahead and.
Okay, I'm just sending my link to you guys here and pin it. Okay. I believe we'll be starting around 1:03:04.
Yes.
12:04, excuse me. Okay. Where are we tuning in from? What are the states and what are your industries? You can write it on a chat if you like.
Or feel free to unmute for now as we have a smaller start. No, Alex, you shared Indianapolis and a marketing agency.
Oh, nice. Hello, hello.
Yes, and be sure to book with Teresa, especially as you take notes. You can dive into more of the details of, again, your personal brand of your business's needs. And I know, Teresa, you're joining in from North Carolina, right?
Yes, I am located in North Carolina.
But you work with folks all over.
Yes, no, I work from all over with everyone, country, other countries, other states, everywhere.
Brilliant, brilliant. Okay.
Okay.
All right. And then I wondered, Teresa, is there anything that you'd have us kind of consider as we go through this? You asked about our industry and our location, right?
Basically, well, for me, so I can tailor, examples and things of that nature, but also I do have examples in the presentation. Put yourself in your business's shoes, in your audience's shoes, in your customer's shoes, what you would like to see, what you would like to feel, that way the presentation can go smoothly and you can understand how to do it, pretty much.
Awesome. Thanks. As folks are coming in, welcome. Be sure to introduce yourself. Hey there, Connor. And then Alex has a question to start us off. Wonderful. That's a good question. I think that would touch on on transitioning and how to communicate about your transition. Interesting. Okay. Are you able to see the chat or would you like me to say it out loud?
No, I can see it.
Okay, great.
Yes, I can see you guys and I can see the chat.
Wonderful. And so as we go into this conversation, I just wanted to introduce myself here. I'm Stephanie. I'm hosting the Novo community group on behalf of Novo, but I'm here alongside multiple subject matter experts, especially here with Teresa today, who's been with us since the summertime. So anyone who's coming as a repeat, thank you for coming. And we're just here to offer the resources that business owners like you can use and really apply. We've got lots of practical knowledge here, seasoned expertise, and Teresa, as she was saying before, has touched many different businesses all over. And so this opportunity is really a great one to learn and apply to your own business. But I would always want to encourage you to keep the conversation going. Join the Novo community group if you haven't already. And be sure to reach out to Teresa. If not today, if not tomorrow, you know where to find us and you can continue that and build together. So thank you so much for taking the time to join in. I see one or two more come in. Welcome. Right.
This is going to be recorded
And
and it's going to be posted on the Novo Alignable group. Correct? Right?
yes, it'll be reposted. We'll share it into the announcements. I think that'd be a good place to share with the registrants.
Okay.
To start. And then, yes, it'll be available in the Novo community group. Welcome. Thanks for joining.
Hello, hello.
And then if y'all have about Novo in particular, you can definitely ask those of me and into the group as well. Novo is a small business banking platform that is all about supporting business owners in your functionality and in the freedom you have to use your time most efficiently. So you can build your business, but also so that you can maintain your work-life balance and the passions that brought you to this point. We'll talk a bit more about that later too, but just wanted to lift that up. If there's any Novo customers in the audience already, if you want to say hello, always nice to connect with y'all through these events as well. All right. And then before we get started here, I had a fun question for you, Teresa. Any trends or tips to go into, I guess, 2025 with? I know we were preparing for the next event too, which is more of an assessment. But yeah, I was just curious about that from a personal perspective.
Oh, you mean any tips going to 2025?
Yeah, on
the personal brand or business related?
Personal brands, yeah.
I would say
insider tips.
Yeah, I would say be yourself, honestly. This is one of the reasons why we're doing this presentation today, this webinar today, the goal is to be yourself, but also aid in boosting sales and visibility, brand visibility. And how you do that with personal branding is being yourself, but also being able to differentiate, okay, what to say, what to do based on your target audience. So not only your target audience, but also you have to make sure that everything that you do is for your business, if that's what the goal is, to boost sales, brand visibility, to, you know, whatever the goal, your goal is specifically.
Be yourself.
Yeah, be yourself. As crazy as it sounds, be yourself. All right, I think we get started.
Okay.
This webinar is recorded, so they're going to be posted. All right, so personal branding for entrepreneurs. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here today. You can be anywhere else, but you're here today. The goal is to, again, be yourself, but also aid in boosting sales and brand visibility with your personal brand using online presence. My name is Teresa. But before I do that, this is the agenda, introduction, who I am and my business, the main presentation, 6 phases into crafting a compelling personal brand. We're going to take about 20 minutes for that. Then a Novo overview with Stephanie, and then questions and answer session, 20 minutes toward the end. So hold your questions. You can put them in the chat, and I will go through them towards the end of the meeting around 12:40. And hopefully I can get all of your questions answered. And if I can't, you can book a complimentary session with me. I always do these complimentary sessions after each Novo webinar based on the topic. All right, so who is Teresa Sivak? Who am I? My name is Teresa Sivak, and I am a certified brand and marketing strategist specifically for veteran-based business owners and entrepreneurs, helping them refine how they sell, how they show up online, and how they operate their back office workflows. So the goal of this is to help you with your personal brand. Oftentimes you feel like, okay, what do I do? Do I just post about myself, post about what I ate today, or what is it? So hopefully today I can answer all of your questions. So here's a brief background about me. I have 15 years of experience in military background. I was in the U.S. Army on online business and marketing. I have professional and academic degrees and certifications in business, marketing, psychology, and brand strategy. Hence why my marketing agency is basically the brand strategy, the back office, the backbones of business. I am the founder of TGS Marketing, and it's a full-service, one-stop shop agency focused on helping business owners refine their branding, marketing, and operations for maximum productivity and growth. So overview of some of my services is my VIP content day, where we block out 5 hours to create tailored content and include scripts, marketing, sales, and personal branding, as well as creative guidance. So basically, you don't have to do anything but show up and be your expert self. I also do Structure Me Coach, and it's a business structuring and organizing program that refines goals, marketing, back office systems and automation, content strategy, basically building a scalable business in 10 weeks. And I also offer fractional CMO services for business owners who need high-level expertise in marketing and branding. My target audience is military affiliated, age 30 to 55, but it doesn't mean that I don't help business owners in general. So business owners in the military area where they want to, launch a business, or they don't know how to translate from military to civilian side, I help with that. Or people who want that structure, want that guidance from a military perspective, I also do that. All right, so here we go. The first slide in personal branding foundation. So basically defining your personal brand. Personal brand, I mentioned earlier, we think, okay, it's being myself. Okay, great. But what about myself? What I like, my interests, my hobbies, and your personal brand, your mission, your vision, and values are often centered on who you are and unique expertise that you bring. So basically, how are you going to attract the people your people? How are you going to attract them using you? How are you going to use what you like, your hobbies, your expertise, your skills to attract those people to you? So a lot of the things that a lot of businesses or a lot of business owners in general kind of oversee and don't really nurture is the core components of their personal brand or their business. So that's their mission, their vision, and their values. Because once you know this, it is like a base or a foundation for you to create content, to how to talk to your audience. Basically it's it's a GPS to the next phase or to the next point. So this is why it's important to have this pretty much done in a sense where you know who you're targeting, you know your values, you know your vision and your mission. So we have here Oprah because obviously we know who Oprah is, and her brand, you see her every day and it's like, okay, it's about media, talk shows, great, great, great. But what you don't know or may not know is that her brand is all about empowerment, whether it's male or female, but empowerment, authenticity, connection. And so how she portrays that or how she talks about it is how authentic she is. You see her in shows and she's literally herself. So having that done for you and your brand, it is an easy ticket to attracting your ideal client. I have here some quick activities. We're not going to do this now, but I would like you to screenshot it, and people pay hundreds of dollars, if not thousands of dollars, to get this done from an expert. Here is a framework that you can screenshot on your own and do it on your own. It's basically a 3-step quick activity for you to find your personal brand foundations and write out your mission, your vision, and your values if you don't have it already. So maybe take 2 seconds, 3 seconds to screenshot, and then we're going to move forward. Okay. So unique selling proposition, what does that mean? Basically, what makes you different from everybody else? Yes. For example, I saw here somebody does marketing, but we can be completely different in marketing. He can, or I don't know if you're a male or female, but you can do literally something completely different than what I do. You can just do ads or the branding part, or you could do what I do. So what sets you apart? What sets me apart is the military expertise that I have and I have to offer, and also that my experience, which means using military inspired methods to help businesses achieve this goal. So what does it mean? Breaking down tasks, action, acting decisively, like, okay, we're going to do this now, no ifs, ands, or buts, because sometimes people need that. Prioritizing, planning, consistent messaging across all platforms, across all boards of your business, adapting to new things that have happened, whatever it is, motivating. So basically what the military does in the inside, I don't know if anybody here has been in the military, but if you have, that sometimes it sucks and it's hard. So basically when you translate that in the real world, in business, sometimes we need that. So what sets you apart? For me, military position applied to brand strategy, brand persona. Identify the personality that represents you authentically. So basically, are you a coach, advisor, or a thought leader? Who are you? So here's a quick tip. Focus on a mix of traits that genuinely reflect who you are and resonate with your audience. That way you have this guideline for creating content, for speaking, for for speaking, or even anything whatsoever. It is a guideline. It is a base for the next step. Here's a quick activity that you can also screenshot for you to find your personal USP or your personal brand persona. It's just 3 quick steps, 3 minutes, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, super quick. You could do this on your own time. Please screenshot if you like to do this. Remember, people pay hundreds and thousands of dollars or thousands of dollars for this. So here you are. Okay, moving on. So the next thing is identifying your personal brand's target audience. Okay, think about the people that benefit the most from what you do, who you are, your insights, your skills, and your approach. So again, myself, if I am targeting military business owners, they may value resilience, structure, and clear direction. I mean, if there's no clear direction, I literally don't know what to do with myself. I would have to like think about, okay, what is going on? What are you not telling me? There's something that you're not telling me. What are the next steps? I need to know the next steps ahead. And so that's the type of approach that I put into my coaching and my consultations. Another example could be probably if you're targeting small business owners in the healthcare industry, they may value, efficiency, compliance, and trustworthy, basically in a high regulated field. So these are the things that you have to figure out, okay, who am I targeting and what do they value the most? Understanding the needs and desires of your audience. What are the pain points of your audience? Remember, once you know your audience, you will know all of these. What struggles can your personal expertise solve? If you are somebody who's a very strategic person, how can your skill help your audience? Think about the ways that they may need your expertise. They may need your skills. Desires. What inspirations or aspirations does your brand help them reach? An example for myself is aspiring or seasoned military affiliated business owners may seek guidance in adapting from the military all the way to the business world in the civilian sector. So I help them transition to that. And it all depends on what you do, what you offer, and your skills. This is just using your personal brand, your skills, what you know, and how you do things to aid into boosting sales or brand visibility. How will you attract business owners, buyers, or customers to you? What are the skills that you have going on that you say, you know what, this will be it? Are you a person that can speak well, let's say, can speak fluently? A lot of people, as myself, one of the things that I like to follow is people that are speakers and they speak amazing. Why? I know 3 languages. So that's why sometimes my words mix up, but my expertise are in strategic. So I'm going to use my expertise and I'm going to follow people that have what I want or what I need. Same goes for you. Here's a quick activity for you. Please screenshot how to identify your personal brand's target audience. Just quick 4 steps. This one's 4 steps. So just may take a little longer, but you will identify your personal brand's target audience. All right. Next, consistent personal brand identity, defining your ideal audience. Okay, so your look and feel should be consistent everywhere. This is how you will establish credibility and brand trust. So your social media platforms, your website, your marketing materials, either printed or digital, they need to look and feel the same. Because when a brand does not, or a business does not have, they're all different colors, they're all, different things and different, it is very hard for a client or a potential client that is looking for your service to trust you. They want to be able to know that, okay, you are consistent. That means that you're going to be consistent with me. That is the only reason why we want to be consistent everywhere. Because if they're searching for you, through, Google, or they're searching for you through social media, and they see 2 different things, then that already, because we are humans, is already going to tell them, I don't know if I should trust them or not. Let me keep looking. And we want them to trust right there, especially now. Attention span for potential clients is 2 to 3 seconds. So we have to be optimized. We have to have that brand trust consistent throughout all of our platforms, all through online. For example, if a veteran business advisor, your visuals might be clean lines, bold fonts, and professional muted colors that convey real ability. Another one could be if you're a creative wellness coach, your visuals could include soft textures or calming earth tones and organic shapes, and that feel warmth and balance and very approachable. So depending on what you do, you need to sit down with yourself and say, okay, who is my target audience and what do they value the most? And that's how you can create that's why it's important to do branding strategy first, then the branding side of the pretty stuff. So that's a whole other lesson for another day. So your messaging and personal brand voice, the tone should feel authentic and to who you are. So example, again, me, a veteran advisor, should be direct, no nonsense tone with supportive, encouraging undertone. So here's a quick tip for you. Keep your tone consistent across all platforms, how you talk, how you speak, how you present yourself. Even the same questions that you answer all the time, keep it consistent throughout, because this is how you're going to do the credibility, how you are going to be able to brand yourself, where people are going to say, okay, this is the type of person or brand or business that I want to work with. Here is another activity that you can screenshot and work on your own. So step 1, step 2, step 3, super simple, super quick. All right, moving forward. Online essentials for personal brand. Okay, social media for personal branding. I like to take at least 2 social media platforms and master them. Yes, we all want to be everywhere. We all want to be optimized everywhere, but create a brand persona where you can go to the social media platform and say, okay, this is a platform that I'm going to learn. This is a platform where my audience is going to be at, and I'm going to perfect it. For me, it's LinkedIn, because military to civilian transition, they want to go to LinkedIn first to either find jobs, for their resume. So I'm going to be on there. My next one is Instagram. Instagram is like the red carpet of all platforms. And then my third one is Facebook. So whatever platforms you use, master those first. I know there's so many platforms that we can be at, but we want to master these platforms first, create an audience there, create a community there that already knows us, that already been following us, and that can trust us and can vouch for us. So show a mixture of professional insights, personal stories, and client testimonials. You want to educate, engage, and showcase as much as possible. This is being online. Obviously, in person, you can talk about your expertise, but online, it is easy to show, okay, this is my testimonial of the client that I work with, X, Y, Z. This is what I did for them. This is how the outcome was. It is easy. And once you post it, it stays there forever. Okay. So online sessions for personal brand. Here is a quick activity for you to do on your own as well. This one is 3 steps. And this is basically just auditing your platforms and making sure that you are following a structured guideline to grow your platforms, to create that brand equity, to create that visibility that your brand needs in order to convert into what? Sales. So I'll take a quick screenshot. Then we'll be moving forward. All right. So telling your personal brand story and growing. All right. What is the story that we're going to be telling is basically why you're doing what you're doing. What is the whole reason that you are doing what you're doing? What is the whole thing that you're like, okay, this is why I started my business. This is why I started this industry. This is why I'm doing what I'm doing, because X, Y, and Z. So focus on the background challenges and the why behind your work. For example, myself is I know what it's like to be in the military for so many years and then transitioning into civilian and wanting to do something for my own, but having no type of guidance whatsoever. Because in the military, we have guidance, we have structure, we have this is what you're doing next, right time, right place, right uniform, here you are. But then I realized that once I started my business, okay, there's no one's going to tell me, okay, Teresa, now you have to do this. Now you have to do this. Now you have to do this. This is why I started my Structure Me Coach program or my business in general, because of these reasons. And I talk about this all the time on my social media. My audience is tired of me. No, they're not. But I talk about it all the time. And that's how I build the trust that I need to sell. Personal branding heavily relies on relationships. You need to be networking. You need to be posting your testimonials. You need to be talking about your credibility, your expertise, who you are. We need to see, you need to be drilled in our minds. You need to be on top of mind. One time is no good. One time posting, no good. Okay? You need to do it all the time, because there's 90% of us that don't see the post. There's 90, then that 10% does it, and that they need a little bit more convincing. So you need to be posting consistently your expertise, your authority, who you are, your credibility, your testimonials, who you work with, how you help them, what was the outcome. So people can see, okay, this is the person that not only are they consistent, but they are for sure going to help me with my problem. All right, Stephanie, take it away with Novo.
Thank you. So I'm here with Novo. First, I want to say just thank you, Teresa, for all that so far. I've been taking my notes here. And I just wanted to start us off with saying this is part of our Novo Subject Matter Experts program. And Novo is here to support business owners primarily with our fintech platform, our business banking accounts, and the many features and integrations that allow you as a business owner to really increase your functionality and optimize the way you manage your business finances, but also, as Teresa was saying, do things like manage your relationships through the consistency in your invoicing, or align your budget to your goals for your business, but not just your business, maybe for your family and the way you structure your time. So Novo is really a resource, but also a really simple interface that you can use to manage your business finances. And I wanted to ask Teresa if you could share one of your favorite features about Novo. I think we've talked about reserves and invoicing before, but as you were speaking, I thought about the invoicing capability and how sometimes being really simple and straightforward will allow you to present everyone with a quality experience. Like the transactions can be straightforward, they know what to expect, and you're able to be accountable and hold your clients or customers accountable really, really smoothly from my experience. But I wanted to see if you could add to that. Oh, you're on mute, I think, unless that's me.
No, I am. I was on mute. Oh no. So one of the reasons why I joined Novo, one, I saw it on TikTok. I was scrolling on TikTok and somebody spoke about it, how they can use the reserves. And I'm always going to be talking about the reserves because that's literally why it attracted me. No other reason. It's just the reserves. So I am a person that I like convenience and also don't have time to do much things. So the fact that when money goes into my account from wherever and it's dispersed into different reserves, especially the taxes that's coming up right now, okay, the fact that I can allocate money for that, it is amazing. It is amazing. So automatically, boom. And then I can pay myself. I mean, the whole shebang. So that's really one of the reasons why I joined Novo, and you guys found me through there because of that. It's just how easy it was in automating and allocating my money so I can work for my other things that I have to pay and bills and all that good stuff.
Brilliant. And then being able to actually prioritize and align the goals part is really resonating for me, and has come up in a lot of the other discussions about reserves. So just wanted to highlight a little bit more about the business banking platform that we're here representing. But you can also join the Novo community group, and that's where we're holding conversations, holding events, providing resources, and really another place where if you have more questions about the business banking, you can sign up for one of our How to Novo events, more specifically about Novo, or you can just ask a question in the group, and there's many of us representing different industries and different resources that can answer and hopefully help you out.
Yay. All right, so I am answering questions now. I'm going to go through the chat. So one of the questions from Alex is, one thing is, how do you brand yourself when most people you know have worked with you as a techie, but you want them to think of you as a strategic? Basically using Dr. Robert Cialdini's principles of persuasion, okay? And I want to tell you also that, yes, you have worked with people, but also remember that there are other people out there. So I would start by authority, okay? People love and trust authority figures. So if you talk about, all of your certifications and things that you've done and how they help, that's one of the ways that you're going to attract those people to you. Also, people don't like to feel indebted. So if you are starting now this new session or this new brand or this new business, hey, give out some free tips, give out some free, coaching or whatever the case may be that you offer, so people can know, like, okay, this person knows what the heck they're talking about. So yes, one of the reasons. And then social proof. If you worked with other people, make sure to tell them, hey, I've worked with this other person that does what you do, and this is what we did for them, and this is the outcome. And that is one way ticket, literally, to success. So I hope that I answered your question, Alex. Good answer. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. The next question is, no questions. We have, you guys can unmute yourselves as well.
I was just about to say, y'all are welcome to unmute, come on and introduce yourself and ask your questions directly. We're definitely in the Q&A period, so feel free. And if there is a pause while y'all decide what to ask, I have questions too, but I'm gonna pause and wait.
Sounds good. Sounds good. I'm here to answer any questions you guys have. Please let us know.
So, Teresa, really good presentation. Done most of the stuff. So I'm using Canva, where it has a branding kit. I don't know if you recommend that or not, but like I'm trying to have consistency, like you said, consistency with colors, fonts on all different platforms, right? Can you have more than one font, or is it like, where do you limit that? Where if you go above one font, it's becoming messy? Is it two fonts, different color palettes?
Yeah. So basically how I like to answer that, think about when you have too many options, you don't know which one to pick. So I would just choose maybe 3 fonts. You can have your header fonts, and you can have your sub fonts, and then you have your tiny word fonts. That's 3 fonts, and then use them throughout. And that way you have templates that you can use literally everywhere, your website, social media, and now you know what font to use. So awesome. Awesome. Any more questions? That was an awesome question.
I was wondering, is there anyone like on your team or professionally, of course, CMO, but is there anyone that you would recommend talking to in the process, either after you've done your like rebrand or build your brand, who you can check in with to kind of like, be a trusted source of feedback? You obviously don't want everyone's feedback. It's your personal brand, it's your business, but like advise on kind of balancing.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I would just say have somebody that you trust, a mentor in, the respective field. So if you have a marketing mentor or a marketing coach or somebody who's willing to answer questions in the marketing field, but have that one person or that group of people that have those answers. So if you are a business and you want consistent coaching, there are coaching programs and people that do coaching services that are ongoing, and you can, some are affordable, some are, a little bit more, but I'd rather personally pay more and be consistent and have the right answers and guidance than set myself back trying to do it on my own, be all I can be by myself, and wasting time, all that time that I could be investing in other things. This is why people have different expertise. So Connor, what do you do?
Yeah, I'm a personal financial coach.
Okay. So a personal financial coach, everyone needs branding, everybody needs marketing. I would just have someone that in the field that knows maybe a little bit more, is more knowledgeable in that aspect, in marketing, branding, and business related things, and just have that go-to person for that. So I feel like we all need somebody. I have someone myself too. So
That makes sense with the consistency too. That they see you through the various stages.
yeah.
Yeah.
Any more questions? All right. I think that is all. You can book a call with me here, complimentary, free coaching. I always do this through every webinar. There's an option there that says that it's not free, but just click yes, that but it will be free because I will know where you'll be coming from. But yeah, if there's anything else, you can reach me through that link as well. And then, yeah, Stephanie.
Yes, I was just going to say thank you all for joining in today. And please do stay tuned. We've got more events coming, more with Teresa, and in various areas, marketing, finance, business management. So please be sure to tune in again and continue the conversation with Teresa at the links in the chat here, but we'll also share a follow-up link on the event page. So that'll go straight to your email. You can click through and continue really building your personal brand alongside an expert. So thank you.
Thank you.